Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Ronan, I make vlogs and I make product and tech reviews, and today I want to talk about the Belkin Boost Charge Pro 3-in-1 charging dock with MagSafe. And if there's anything that you're specifically interested in about the charging dock, I'm going to leave time codes in the description below so you can skip ahead to the section that you want. Otherwise, you can just sit and watch the entire video. So I got this charging dock for my birthday on the 6th of April and I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and straight off the bat I can tell you that I really like this thing. So this is it here, and this is the box that it comes in. So box is pretty big, and that's just because of the shape of this thing. It's kind of awkward to package. That's why the box is so big. But basically this is the charging dock here, and the thing that I really like about it is that I can charge all of my devices at once. So I've got my iPhone, I've got my AirPods, and I've got my Apple Watch. I can charge all three of them at the same time using this dock. The dock is also available in 2 colors. So it comes in white, which is the version that I have here, and it also comes in black. Normally I would go for the black or the space gray option wherever possible, but because I have this in my bedroom and it's on my bedside locker, which is a white bedside locker, I felt that the white dock would actually just fit more with the aesthetic of the room. So that's why I have the white dock rather than the black one. But if I was using this in, say, the office or something like that, I probably would have gone for the black option. But I really like how this looks, and I just think the white looks really nice, really crisp, and really tidy. And then the design of the dock is pretty straightforward. So you can see here, it's just a white base panel, and then it has this arm which comes up, and on either side you have the pad to charge your phone and the pad to charge your watch. Both of these are magnetic. This is MagSafe, so you can use MagSafe on the iPhone and it just sticks to the charger. And when you snap your phone onto the MagSafe charger, it actually comes up with a really cool animation on the phone. And that's something that I wasn't aware of before I got this, but it's a small little detail and it's kind of more in the phone than in the dock, but I really like it. And then also, if I take my watch off, you can just snap my watch on here. So I'm obviously charging both of these now. And then on the base plate here, if I just put my AirPods case in, you can see the light has come on. So my AirPods are now charging as well. So I'm charging all 3 of my devices, as simple as that. And that is what I love about this thing. It's just really neat and tidy, and it means that I don't have to have lots of different places to charge all my devices. You can just put them all onto the one thing, have more space on my bedside table, and yeah, it's just really clean, tidy, and nice. And as I've already mentioned, this is MagSafe compatible. So it works with any of the MagSafe compatible iPhones. So that's the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pros. Any of the iPhones that currently have MagSafe built into them will work with this charging dock. And that's something that I was really excited to try out, because one thing that I discovered with my old wireless charger that I used to use on my old iPhone XS was that because there was no kind of guide, you didn't know exactly where you were supposed to rest the phone on it. When you put the phone down, sometimes you'd think it's charging and it wouldn't be. You'd wake up the next day and your phone would nearly be dead, and just it would be annoying. And then what I discovered when I upgraded to the iPhone 13 Pro, something that I never considered, is that this camera module on this phone is much bigger than it was on my old iPhone XS, which meant that when I put it down on the wireless charger, the actual camera module would mean that it wouldn't fully make contact with the charger. And like, it did charge for the most part, but it just meant that it was much easier to not place it exactly right on the charger and not have the phone charging overnight. So I used to find that that was happening to me much more frequently with this phone than my previous phone. It's nice to know that when you have this magnetized on there, you know that it's charging. So you can just have that peace of mind. And then what's also great is that this uses 15-watt charging, so you know that you're getting the best and fastest charge that you can get through MagSafe into your phone. And the charger is also fully compatible with any MagSafe cases. So if you have a case on your iPhone that's MagSafe compatible, this will work seamlessly with the case. One thing just that I read online about if you're using cases, particularly with the iPhone 13 Pro, is an awful lot of cases actually have a border around this camera module, and sometimes those borders kind of encroach on the MagSafe area, which means that it might not fully magnetize onto the charging dock. So that's just something to watch with some of the kind of non-standard or non-official Apple MagSafe compatible cases. And generally when I'm using my iPhone, I actually have it in a case, and I bought my case just on Amazon. It's a MagSafe compatible case, but it's not an official like Apple case or anything like that. And it does have a border around the camera module, but it's not so big that it encroaches in any way with the MagSafe charger here. So my phone still sticks to the dock perfectly, and I don't have to worry about it. I just took the case off for this video because the phone obviously looks nicer when there's no case. If you ever want to see kind of how much your phone is charged while it's on the case, or check that it's still charging, you just wake your phone up and you can see exactly as you would if the phone was plugged in through a cable. You can see that there's a little lightning strike through the battery to let you know that your phone is charging. And then if you want to check that your watch is charging, just tap your watch face and it kind of wakes up, and you can see that my watch is sort of 75% charged, roughly. And another really nice touch on this charging dock is that when you're charging your AirPods, there's a little LED just on the front right here that lights up when you are charging your AirPods, and if you take the AirPods case off, that light turns off. It takes like a second or so after you lift up the case for it to go off, but it does. You put it back down and the light comes back on to let you know that your AirPods case is charging as well. Another little thing, and this works on any wireless charger that you're using with your AirPods case, but if you double tap on your AirPods, the light will come on to let you know that it's charging as well. So that's something that I don't know that an awful lot of people know about, but you can check that your AirPods case is charging when you're wirelessly charging it just with that double tap. That only works if you are wirelessly charging. If you're charging your AirPods case with a lightning cable and you double tap on it, it doesn't do anything. So only for wireless charging. As far as the watch and the AirPods go, there's not really an awful lot to say. You put your AirPods down here, you put your watch on here, it charges them. It's kind of about it. Whereas with the iPhone, there's a little bit more to it, or there's a little bit more versatility when using MagSafe. So as you can see, the phone is sitting right here, and if I just turn this around so it's facing me for a moment, like if you're working and you're at a desk, this is actually a really nice viewing angle. So like if say you're on a FaceTime call or a Zoom call, it's a really comfortable eye line when you're looking down. Equally, if you're using it like as a second screen or like a second browser, you might have Safari or whatever web browser that you use on your phone open. It's really nice just to kind of scroll and check at a glance. You can turn the phone into landscape mode, so you can use this as the perfect stand for, say you want to watch YouTube videos, or you know, if you're streaming any kind of content. This is a really nice way to just sit and view, and like you can kind of sit back. It's really nice. Or you can, you know, if you're working, you've got your laptop here, maybe an iPad or whatever, and you can have your phone at a much more comfortable viewing angle than it would be if you had to like just leave it on the desk, whatever. So I just think that's another really good use for this stand. I'll just turn this back around. And then I said at the outset of this video that I keep this on my bedside table, and I just think this is the perfect nightstand accessory. Just sits in the corner, and when I come in at night, I just put my phone on it, I put my watch on it, or I put my AirPods on it as I need to, and it just charges them while I'm asleep. It is just, it's so seamless. I don't even have to think about it, and that's actually what I love about it the most. Quick thing, this video is not sponsored in any way. I got this as a birthday present from my parents, and I just decided that I wanted to do this little review of the stand. And that review wouldn't be complete without just mentioning a couple of little negatives. And I've only got two negatives really about this stand, and one of them isn't really, well, neither of them are big deals. But the first one is like the stand is nicely weighted, and it kind of has this like rubberized grip at the bottom. So the base plate here is kind of rubberized, which means that it doesn't slip or slide when it's on the desk, which is not a complaint. That's a really, really good thing. It's really positive. But the MagSafe is quite strong, which means that if you just go to lift the phone off, it pulls the stand away. And that happened to me a few times, and particularly with the desk I have upstairs, it moved further than it's moving. It seems to actually sucked onto this wood a little bit better than it does onto my bedside table, and I think that's because my bedside table is glossy. So when I lift it away, it pulls, and that's kind of really annoying. But the workaround of the solution that I discovered for that, and I discovered this like after about 10 seconds, is literally if you lift from the bottom or lift from the top and kind of like take it away at an angle, the stand doesn't move. Once you're aware of that, and once you don't just try and pull it away like that, it's not going to come with you, and then it's fine. But it's just something to be aware of, that you kind of just snap it off the charger when you're done charging. As far as the watch goes, you just take that away and try not to drop your watch, but yeah, it comes away fine. And then this just sits here. There's no magnetic thing for your AirPods to hold it in place, so you line it up and you know that it's charging because the lights come on. So that's how you manage that. And then the only other negative that I have with this charger, I noticed this immediately from the moment that I took it out of the box, is it's slightly rubberized here, and it picks up a lot of dirt and dust and hairs almost immediately. It's like it attracts them. And like, we have a big black greyhound, and like, he doesn't shed that much, but there is like a bit of dog hair around the house and a bit of dust and stuff, so like that gets on here, and because I went for the white one, it's quite visible. If you are kind of somebody that likes things to look like super clean and super neat and tidy, this thing can be a little bit tricky to keep clean. And even when you clean it, like, the hair still sticks to it if you use anything that's kind of like damp or like a wet wipe or something, which, like, given that this is electric and it's a charge port, probably not the best thing to be using anyway. Just, it can be awkward to kind of keep all of the dust off it. So that's the only other kind of negative that I have. And the last thing I want to talk about is the price. So currently this dock is available from the Apple website and the Apple online store, and it's €149.95. So this dock isn't exactly cheap. There are cheaper alternatives and cheaper ways to charge your iPhone, but for everything that it gives you and just the convenience and the ease of just charging all of your devices at once, and that it gives you MagSafe, I do think that this dock is really good value. I've really liked using it so far. I've had absolutely zero issues charging any of my devices, and that's a big deal. Like, my old dock I think cost something like €60, €70 when I bought it, and there were times when it didn't charge just because I didn't put the phone down on it properly, and it only charged one device at a time. I don't mind that this is $149.95. Granted, I got this as a gift, but had I have not, I would have bought this with my own money, and I would be happy to buy this dock with my own money. If somebody came to me and said, I want to buy a charging dock that charges all my devices, I would definitely recommend this one to them if they have a MagSafe compatible phone. So that is all I have to say about the Belkin Boost Charge Pro 3-in-1 charging dock. Hope you've liked this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys in my next video.